모든 건 변했다. 히트 시즌2.
Welcome back, guys. It's Tazes and Valdez. We are tied up. Hello. We're tied up 1-1 right now in tonight's first match in our Pro League.
Yeah.
That's my story.
Yeah.
My outro sucks.
Cool
my
story,
intro
bro.
sucks. Sorry, guys.
Hurricane.
Can't be my day every day.
Hurricane, he made DTs in one. Just doing Protoss things, you know. Dark taking just a very basic CBC win by putting on some, as I said, very basic aggression. Solo getting a bit greedy. And now we're going to jump into Classic versus Reality.
Now, Classic is supposed to win this one. This is the one that should be the easy call out of today. But Reality is a good player. You can't count him out. In one game, anything can happen.
Oh, yeah. And Reality has been looking a bit better recently. He's not dominating. He's always kind of been in that spot here in StarCraft 2 where he's kind of just like, everybody knows he's good, but he's not like Zest level. He's no Maru, he's no... Right. He's like the top of Tier 2, basically. And, yeah, I agree with you. I think Classic should win this on paper, but, I don't know. He's been having not amazing successes here at Pro League. He wins some, he loses some.
Yeah, that is true.
He's not super consistent
He's
nowadays.
Not like, you know, like a Maru or something. You bring him out and it's like, okay, well, Maru is like the cheat codes here.
He's literally only lost
one game out of 15 games.
There's a very, very high chance. It's like over 95% chance that he wins this game.
Yeah. Now, Reality, he's a pretty solid player. So this should be a fun match. Let's see what Classic does. Classic has got a lot of good, solid Protoss play, but he's also very good with these cheeses and these quick wins from Protoss.
Look at this. He's 0-3 versus Terran nowadays in Pro League.
Wow,
so.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was like 2-2 or something like that, but okay, 0-3.
I didn't realize his record was also 3-5. He's actually having a much worse season than I originally had thought.
Yeah,
so.
Interesting. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, this is one of these moments he certainly can redeem himself. You can see most of the casters predicting here Classic going to move on. So yeah, this should be pretty interesting. Guys, say friends and join us here at Pro League 2016 as we are going into our next match, Classic versus Reality. In the upper right, in the orange, Classic. In the bottom left, in the blue, our Terran player Reality.
Well, Maru
was.
I
blame him.
Yeah, Maru was the guy that was famous for doing 2 Rax proxies, Heart of the Swarm. Obviously, there's different cheeses nowadays. Maybe he's going to do Reapers or something weird like that. But sending out an SCV this early on that path means that you're not scouting, obviously. So he's going to do some kind of interesting build here. It looks like he may just
started the barracks already.
Is he going to proxy a second Rax here? Or maybe he's just going to go for like
That's
a
weird.
block on the Nexus, perhaps.
Yeah, he could put an eBay there if he wanted to.
You know what? This is actually really cool because nowadays Protosses are basically just
eBay block.
They're doing Gate Nexus Core. That's the build, right? It is the build that you do. So this is just a really good read by Reality on the current state of PvT. Well, and he's like, no, I'm not going to let you get that Nexus for free. Of course not.
Tell me if you think I'm wrong about this build, but it just kind of seems to me like there's not as, at least in this iteration of Legacy of the Void, there's not as much insane stuff Terran does early. You know?
Yeah.
This is
versus
like
Zerg, you got like 3 Rax Reaper, but that's about
I don't even know if that's that good. You know what I mean? I feel like
it's a very occasional build nowadays.
If you got 3 Rax Reaper and you don't do anything, it's like, guess what you don't have? Marines. One of the best units in the game. So, you know, there's that as well. But I think the eBay block is probably Terran's best attempt to throw a wrench in the gears of the Protoss.
Yeah, for sure. And it is going to mess with the build tier of Classic. He is going to tech here into a very fast Stargate instead.
Okay, so, you know, this may play into what what Classic is going to do anyways, because now hold up. Now see this Reaper moving up here? Oh wait, what?
What is happening, Dazeless?
Whoa. I was actually interested in seeing if that Reaper was going to spot the probe, because I was wondering if Classic was going to try to hide a pylon there. But the fact that there's a factory here. Okay, you know what's weird about it? Okay, there's a factory.
What is going on?
What is happening in this game?
What is this game?
What is going on? What is
this?
I don't know. These guys are both doing such weird stuff. Okay, guys, this is going to be one of those special, unique snowflakes of a StarCraft game.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, this doesn't happen.
Just briefly, if I could just touch this for a second, I was weirded out that there's a proxy factory after a quick command center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my, he got by. He wants to put a pylon down! And he does. Now the mothership is coming up here, and there's an Adept. Oh, the Adept can actually cover
what?
this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sick. Sick.
The sick song.
Sick. Oh!
Meanwhile,
What is this cool-ass game? What is going on here? Look at this.
I don't know, man. But this is really when you see a player's ability to think on the fly, right?
Yeah, this is like the weirdest.
There's some players
God,
that are just mechanical beasts, right? They play amazing StarCraft, and there's some players that can figure this out like it's nothing. Like SOS comes near, he's like, yeah, I know exactly what to do. Easy peasy.
He's moved that command center, man. It's going to be in the red. Okay, barely gets away. All right. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Terran might turn this game on its head if the Widow Mine drop. I believe it's a Widow Mine drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Because that can get in there. I don't think that Protoss has detection up here, right?
No, he's going to have to rely on tags from the Oracle.
Now,
the Oracle is spending all of his energy at the base of the Terran.
Funnily enough, he could just send all the probes to the gold base.
Yeah, I mean, reality does not know about that gold base.
Okay, but the Oracle's going back. Warp gates are coming up here, but these Widow Mines 100% are going to get burrowed here.
Yeah, an immediate split here by Classic. Actually picking up that second one and trying to re-burrow that first one.
He needs to do a scoop on that. Nope, doesn't scoop up the Widow Mine with the Phoenix there.
No scooperoo.
Nope, no scooperino.
Yeah, only 2 kills on that one Widow Mine.
Is this medevac going to inadvertently fly over the gold base? Let's see where it goes. Oh, this is actually,
that's so close.
Just out of vision. Oh, are you kidding me?
He doesn't see the pylon either.
I would be a little bit nervous if I was Classic, because you know that medevac could have gone.
Oh, he unburrows it. Oh, he should have picked it up.
Oh, okay. -1 Stalker. However, Protoss is going to be mining from a gold base. Oh my God, this is quite unfortunate. You can see Reality is really taxed for what he's trying to do.
There he goes. Okay, now he knows.
He knows now.
And
Reality's having the same reaction that we were having. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it might just be a little bit too late.
Now, this is.
I mean, this is just really unfortunate because he proxied those buildings. He can't build out of them.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have his natural because of the pylon that's over there.
Well, it's important to emphasize that, I mean, okay, well, hold up. I'll get to that in a second. But we got a Liberator over here. Those Phoenixes are going to have to go back. And they were pretty gun-ho about getting that starport. Now, while we're watching this expansion be denied from mining, it's important to note that, for the most part, Terran doesn't really have that many starport units, and that's because of this proxy. Now, the fact that there's going to be delayed medevacs in this game for a while may actually be one of the biggest factors here. He still has this one medevac to do the drop, but he's going to be on that. He's not going to have a lot of push potential here. So,
yeah. By the way, their fleet beacon just finished, so I just want to set that out there to add some more craziness to this game. We have a fleet beacon.
Game, man, this is just so cool. Okay, but here's the problem. Now, if he gets this medevac, and you can see he's already trying to just snipe that, he may even try to cut that down with the Phoenixes here. If Classic does this right. So back to what I was saying, right? We see a starport being remade here. Without medevacs, not just used to drop, but to actually push, I think Protoss pretty much has this, like, has the ace card in the smash. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely feels that way.
Definitely, it seems to me, at least it's the way I'm understanding this matchup in this game right now. Even though there was a delay in the mining for Classic, having the staggered amount of medevacs coming out now is actually huge. And the fact that there's already a sizable number of Phoenixes, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I think he's just going to do a Tempest push here. He can just park outside the Terran's base and start warping stuff in and basically abusing the Terran.
Yeah, this is definitely the highlight match of the night so far. just proxies,
Oh yeah,
crazy
no,
stuff.
No, this is actually one of the coolest games
Gold
I've casted
base.
in a little while here.
Yeah, and Overgrowth was, you know, known for making pretty standard games unless you had a Zerg, in which case they would sometimes take the gold. By the way, the scan is actually going to see that Tempest coming out, which is huge. He can begin to now create the counter for the Tempest. It's not going to be easy, but...
Well, I think this is almost over, okay? Like the Tempest, there's a lot of things he can do. He can start pushing the front. He can go behind the mineral patches and just hit him from there. And there's really not that much that Terran can do. On top of that, if he has to make Vikings try to drive away the Tempest, and he's not making medevacs again, which is just even worse, right? So, all right, a scan here, and for some reason this Tempest is not being moved yet.
Yeah, and at this point, Reality is just saying, okay, I need to defend. I need to just stick back here. Not moving out of his base for now.
Oh, man, this is so sexy. Look at this. Look at this. You handsome Protoss. That is great. Look, he's got it booby-trapped by the pylons. Now he can get right over this ridge. This is what I was talking about. Now this Tempest, if he wants to, he can go for the barracks or the units in the front too, but he can also just start hitting the workers, which is going to be a real headache.
And look at the position too on this map. You can get to work on that gas. You have the Phoenixes to support against Vikings.
It's like a
really
huge
good
problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem. Now he's pumping out at depth. Your Protoss is. We got about 4 medevacs out. Now, mining is being delayed even more. So, Terran's going to try to flip this game around and come out here and maybe drop the gold, but I think if he drops the gold, then Protoss pushes into the main. So maybe he wants to drop on the edge out here. Now, it looks like, yep, Protoss smells blood in the water. He's going to move it in here right now. With Guardian Shield out and a limited number of units.
Yeah, and he's probably like, where are all your units? What's going on? He has to know something is wrong here.
Well, I think the thing is that he can try to, Terran can try to force a base trade. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I think from here on out, Protoss starts warping stuff in back and home. But let's see. I mean, Reality can do damage much faster than even Protoss can in this case with Stim.
Yeah, he definitely can. And this is going to get very interesting because generally the Terran is going to have the advantage in a base trade, right? He can float his buildings, but with so many air units already out for the Protoss, I think he's going to be able to take this one, especially because he's right on top of the base right now.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The air units are a pretty big deal. Now, also, Protoss should have enough saved up. There should be a probe hidden somewhere. That's actually one of the most important things here because he wants to make a nexus where the Terran's natural is. That's usually the most logical place in these kind of base trade scenarios. So obviously he wants to get that command center first and foremost. Just delay the number. Okay, hold up. Drop over here.
Wow, he actually held this for now. He is going to drop in the back here, and the mothership core looks like it died. Yeah, he no longer has a mothership core, so no more overcharges. But he's fighting that back at home, and he's not taking that much damage, whereas the Terran doesn't have a base.
Now, the problem, Valdez, is that this is what kind of surprises me here, is that Protoss did not make a nexus of that natural. There was no probe that was sent down there, and that's usually kind of how you take this. So, and he doesn't have like enough minerals here to make another base, right? So, if Protoss can't wipe this out...
Yeah, he can make one assimilator at this point.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, there are no Marines over here. He's just going to kill this. Okay, so this is going to be GG. And that means that it's going to be a 2-1 lead right now for SKT.
Yeah, looks like it. Not much you can do. I mean, the Tempests are even coming back, and
yeah,
or Marauders is not going to be enough.
I thought there were more Marines in there, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. Maybe, he could try to just run away from him constantly, but no. Nicely done. Classic takes that. And by the way, that was one of the coolest games I've cast in Legacy of the Void.
That was all over the place. The engineering bay block, the proxy from the Terran for Widowmine drops, as well as the gold base being taken by Classic. He's like, oh, you want to block my natural? This is overgrowth, man. I'm just going to take the gold. I don't care.
Really nicely done there. By Classic. Reality, I gotta say that, I mean, what was so weird was they were both trying to outmaneuver each other so hard. And normally you don't get a game where it gets that deep in the craziness.
Yeah.
I make this joke with Artosis sometimes with esports fan fiction, like if you were the ultimate fan and you write like a comic strip about like, the craziest games that could happen in theory. That's like one of those games right there where there's so much unusual stuff happening of them trying to counter each other and fool each other, and then eventually these two worlds of deception collide together, and we can see where exactly a game that you can't really practice for brings you.
Classic doesn't even look that happy. He's like, oh, I don't know. He got his first win against Terran. He's doing better now. I don't understand. That was
should be
feeling a bit better.
Well, I mean, I don't know. he's probably one of those guys who wants to keep his cool. If I remember correctly, like Classic never really shows much emotion.
That's true, yeah. I mean, doesn't really smile all that often. And yeah, I mean, just another day at work here for Classic. And
just another nerd in the dirt, man.
Yeah. The Crimson Chin doing his work again.
His thankless journey of slaying nerds one by one. Well, that means we're going to go to our match with Deer. Now, this is a very important match because Deer is the star player here. So,
yeah.
The issue is, but the problem is it's innovation, right? So, I mean, innovation is always a safe bet, guys. You can always pretty much say, well, I mean, I think Innovation's going to take this. It doesn't mean you could insert the other player name here. Innovation's like a very safe bet. He's very mechanical. So,
I mean, there were times that Innovation was playing against Maru and people were still voting for Innovation.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's how safe of a pick he is. It's like, no, there's still a